Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mudhouse Studio. I'm your host, Sophia, and I'm delighted to have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Nemat Baloch. Today, as we dive into a topic that affects every single one of us, we are discussing the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. These goals represent a shared vision for building a better, fairer, and more sustainable future. And today, we'll explore how they connect to our communities and everyday lives.
Thank you so much for the invitation, Sophia. And it is truly an honor to be sitting here in Mudhouse Studio.
Yeah.
When people hear the term SDGs, they often think it is some complicated English concept meant only for politicians. But honestly, it just means securing our basic human needs for the future.
The SDGs serve as a shared blueprint for global peace and prosperity. They show us that ending poverty must go hand in hand with strategies that build economic growth.
You are absolutely right. It is just common sense wrapped in fancy words. Let's start right at the beginning with goal 1, which is no poverty. How do we realistically bring poverty to an end and ensure that this cycle is finished once and for all?
It really starts with empowering individuals through micro businesses and fair wages. When we support local economies, we uplift entire communities from the ground up. This grassroots approach creates sustainable wealth that lasts for generations.
Moving forward to the goal of zero hunger. What role does sustainable agriculture play in ensuring everyone has access to nutritious food?
Sustainable farming protects our soil and conserves vital water resources. It allows us to produce more food over the long term without destroying the ecosystems we rely on.
By adopting these methods, we secure our global food supply for the future.
Good health is also central to a thriving society. How is climate change directly impacting global health and our general well-being?
Protecting the planet is quite literally the same as protecting our own physical health. We simply cannot have healthy people living on a sick planet.
Quality education is goal number 4 on the agenda. How does educating the youth actively accelerate our progress toward a greener future?
Education equips young minds with the innovation needed for developing green technologies. When people truly understand climate science,
they naturally make more sustainable daily choices. An educated generation is our absolute best defense against environmental collapse.
Gender equality is a crucial piece of this puzzle. Why is it often said that empowering women is one of the best climate solutions available?
Women are frequently the primary managers of natural resources in many developing regions. Giving them equal resources and
Education leads to more sustainable agricultural and energy practices. Their leadership is absolutely essential for long-term community resilience.
Water scarcity is becoming a growing fear worldwide. How does Goal 6, clean water and sanitation, address these changing climate patterns?
Climate change disrupts regular rainfall, causing severe droughts and unpredictable water shortages. We must heavily invest in efficient water management and infrastructure right now. This ensures clean water remains available during these extreme and unpredictable cycles.
Affordable and clean energy is a favorite topic of mine. How close are we to completely replacing fossil fuels with renewable alternatives?
We are making incredible, rapid progress with solar and wind technologies globally. The main challenge now is scaling these solutions and upgrading our power grids. Once our infrastructure catches up, a fully renewable future is entirely possible.
Can we truly have steady economic growth without harming the environment? Is green capitalism an actual possibility for our future?
Absolutely, because a green economy creates millions of new jobs in renewables and conservation. True economic growth should enhance our environment rather than depleting its resources.
Sustainable cities and communities seem to be the future of living. What is the single most important feature of an eco-friendly urban center?
Efficient public transportation integrated with ample green spaces is the most critical feature. When cities prioritize people and nature over cars, carbon emissions drop significantly. This mindful shift also dramatically raises the overall quality of life for residents.
Let's transition to discussing life below water. How critical are our oceans in the ongoing fight against global warming?
The oceans act as our biggest carbon sink, absorbing huge amounts of heat and dangerous CO2.
Protecting marine biodiversity is absolutely essential for regulating the entire planet's climate system. Without healthy, functioning oceans, our surface temperatures would quickly become unlivable.
Peace, justice, and strong institutions are required to enforce all these goals. Why is transparent governance so vital for effective climate action?
Without strong and fair institutions, vital environmental laws are simply ignored. We need transparent governance to enforce strict climate policies and hold major polluters accountable. Justice ensures that sustainability efforts are legally binding, equitable, and permanent.
Modern technology plays a massive role in our daily lives today. How can artificial intelligence and data help us achieve these SDGs faster?
AI can deeply optimize our energy grids and beautifully monitor deforestation in real time. It can also predict severe climate disasters much earlier than traditional models. Technology is undeniably our strongest tool if we choose to use it ethically and equitably.
The official deadline for achieving these SDGs is the year 2030. Are we currently on track, or do we need a massive shift in momentum?
We honestly need a serious acceleration in our global efforts right now. While some progress has been made, governments and businesses must aggressively double their commitments. Time is running short, but achieving these targets by 2030 is still technically possible.
This has been a truly enlightening conversation on sustainability. Nemat Baluch, do you have any final thoughts for our podcast listeners today?
Thank you for hosting this important discussion, Sophia. My final thought is simply that the time for waiting is completely over. Every sustainable choice you make today is a vital vote for the Earth's tomorrow.
That brings us to the end of today's episode here at Mudhouse Studio. A heartfelt thank you to our guest, Mr. Nemat Baluch, for sharing such valuable insights on the Sustainable Development Goals. It's been an inspiring conversation, reminding us that each of us has a role to play in building a better future.
Thank you, Sophia. It was truly a pleasure to be part of this discussion, and I hope our listeners feel encouraged to take small but meaningful steps towards sustainability in their own lives.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us. Remember, change begins with awareness, and awareness begins with conversations like these. Stay tuned for our next episode. Goodbye from Mudhouse Studio.